So we're in a really nice home in Brighton right now. We have spent the last hour and a half just talking to the couple that own this. You might hear them upstairs for a short bit, but we can distinguish that because we know that they're putting away dishes. So right now, what we need to hear from you is something different. The lady that owns this house, Mary, she feels pressure every night, like when she goes to bed. 10 minutes in, she's feeling hands up her back, her legs, feeling things looking at her. Now, in conversation with her, she seems quite with it. Can you tell me who you are? And they don't claim anything in the basement.
No.
Right's up, right? Down here, the readings are flat. There's nothing untoward about the basement. They don't even do the laundry down here. Like, they've got laundry machines on the main floor. So there's really no reason for them to come down here other than storage.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, it's a very comfortable home anyway.
Yeah, it's very. Yeah.
Like, they're an older couple that own this place. She thinks that it might not even be bad.
Yeah.
It might be like a guardian angel.
Which was really refreshing to hear. I was really, because a lot of the time when we do residential investigations, we hear a lot of, it's a demon, it's basically haunting me, it's, ruining my life. And so it's really nice to hear, positive conversations about what possibly is in their home. So,
Very true. You know what, if you're here, we're not afraid of all of you touching our shoulder, pulling a hair. I wonder what kind of magnetomics you bring to the table being pregnant.
Yeah. Do they sense that there is an unborn being?
Yeah.
Are they on the same plane?
I don't know.
Are they?
That's what we're here for.
Because he's alive, especially at this point, but because he's not.
Oh, so you're saying the
yet,
baby,
Yeah, are they on the same?
What spiritual
plane are they
plane
on?
Are they on
Is he on the same plane as a past human? Because he's alive inside of me, but he's not Earthside yet. So it's does he still have attachment to? Oh, crazy questions.
That's deep.
That's very deep. That is deep.
That's crazy deep. Well, you know what? We'll shut up for a minute or two and see if we get any kind of audio on this. So doing the voice sample down here in the basement. Basement is so inert. But again, I don't think that the basement is really used for anything other than storage. So I think we can skip in here. We're going to have an echo effect in here. Okay, so baseline, the basement, I'm just doing this for the video so I can track it. Baseline never went above 0.3 milligauss in the basement, 3 locations with audio, nothing untoward down there. So here we are, we're starting, we're in the dining room, which is open concept with the living room and the kitchen. The only readings we would have had above a baseline of 0.3 to 1 was the microwave, which was an 80, but that is 10 feet away from me. Obviously present with me right now are the homeowners, Fiona and Abby. So we're in a dining room here, and homeowner Mary, she feels the presence at night when she goes to bed, whether it be pressure on arms, back, legs, within seconds of being in bed. And just really her. And it doesn't affect her when she's in other places. So we'd have to derive that we have an attachment to the home and an attachment furthermore to Mary. We have somewhat optical effects, seeing lights, different stage and leveled lights, different colors, towards the bathroom and the door. We may have to give some factor on light indifference, but if somebody is in this home with us, I'm not saying you're gonna wanna talk to me. Would you give me your name and how old you are?
Why are you here?
Why are you here? I mean, it's a nice retirement community. I like it.
Yeah, it's newer.
It's
so
newer.
What brought you here?
Yeah. Why are you here? Are you here for Mary? Are you aware of us physically? I can't touch you. I can't smell you. And I can't hear you. Our ears are not strong enough. But the device that's on the table, you'll see the red light. That device can hear you. So if you need to talk and give a message to Mary, talk. Throughout the night, we're going to ask you questions and we're going to have regular conversations so you can jump in. I've also got a device that's in front of me. It has numbers on it. Depending on when you were here, you may or may not know what this is. But it's a device that electricians use to measure electricity. You get closer to it, the numbers go up. So if you get close to the sound of my voice, the numbers might go up, maybe. And if you get close to Abby or Fiona, if you want to tug the hair, you go right ahead. Please. None of us are afraid of you. Just don't knock my expensive camera out of Abby's hand. I don't want that. I don't want that at all.
These things cost money.
I was a couple weeks pay on that. As you can tell, we're chewing the fat here. We're not here to be strict, and we're friendly. I've been searching for you my entire adult life. Oh,
You see
oh,
that?
yeah, I do see that. Nice bounce. Okay, so you can keep doing that. That's a lot of bounce. Do you have a phone going off or something?
No,
Check
it's on
your phone.
airplane mode.
Mine's on airplane mode.
Okay, so let's see if you can do that again. That was interesting. This device, particularly, there's a lot of devices we can buy that make lights go off and whatever very easily. This one doesn't. What is causing that? Okay, so for the record, it's not like on a large scale, but the EMF meter is bouncing from a 0.2 milligauss to about a 1.7, back and forth in like a pulsatronic way, almost like an energy ball is being bounced off of it and coming back off and coming back on and coming back off. So I need you to do that again. You know what? Like what I want to see though is this being done in a now my brain is losing the words. Like intermittent. I want to know if it's, every 30, 40 seconds, every
Right.
30 seconds, and it's happening intermittently, in which case we have to look for a physical rationale as to why. But this house is flat. This house is like a 0.2 milligauss, which is where it's sitting right now. Please go up again. My phone is off. There's nothing giving off an electrical impulse. I don't base cases on EMF. Never have. But it's definitely a point of interest that's just sitting here because this is like a high hertz EMF detector. Okay, so look, Mary's here with me, and Mary, you can speak up. That would be great.
I would love to see you, please. Let me know who you are. I'm very interested and very curious because you visit me every night and there has to be a reason. So if you would just let us know who you are and why, and I would be very, very interested. You don't scare me, So obviously you're a very nice person. So please, come on, show yourself or tell us something or do something.
Don't get the Irish lady upset.
All right.
We know that. Why are you here? Are you looking for guidance here? Is it a comforting presence to be here? Are you attached to Mary?
Or are you attached to Mike?
Are you attached to Mike? Like, what's the attachment? It's not the house. The house wasn't here,
Okay.
right? You know, unless you were like a squatter and you lived in the forest or something. Hey, that's my plot. My tent is underneath your house. It wasn't fashionable yet to be a squatter.
Yeah.
So, what I like is a physical interaction. And in a short bit, we're going to move to the guest room. And then we're going to end up in the bedroom where you showed up. Right? And we're going to, you know, I'm going to have Fiona lay on the bed because she's pregnant and I want to see what that does. And I'm going to do it. We're going to have Mary lie on the bed. And we got to see. We got to see. See, like we're just joking around. We're easy. We came out from Oshawa to come talk to you. Right? And it's okay. It's a break from Oshawa. You've heard us tonight talking about kids, dogs, travel, and scones. Right? Did you want to be a part of that? Did you want to eat that? Can you? So now if you're departed and passed, obviously you are because you're not human walking around the house, but can you still feel certain emotions? Do you feel love? Do you feel hate? Do you feel loss? Can you still feel anything physical? Like, do you see your own hands? Can you feel something? If somebody bumps into you, can you feel it? How about temperature? Do you think spirit? Like we've investigated some awfully hot places and some awfully cold places. You know, do you think that spiritual activity happens different degrees of temperature, barometric pressure? Were you a he or a she? That's a good question.
Yes, that would be nice.
What do you identify as?
Yeah.
Do you identify as anything at this point? Or are you just simply something?
Really like it. You know, you don't have to make contact with us to scare us either. We're not asking you to do that. I mean, if you want to, that's fine. But if you want to be comforting, you want to put hands on shoulders, that's fine. It wouldn't be the first time for me. I don't think anybody in this house is scared of you. I don't think it's a terrifying thing. I just think we kind of want to know.
Do you feel safe in this home?
How could you not?
Yeah. I don't. Did you grow up somewhere that was unsafe and now you just feel safe here? Does Mary make you feel safe?
What's your heritage? What's your background? Mary is Irish, right? Is that the connecting point? Or are you North American? Are you European, African, Asian? Okay. It is beyond, quite frankly, dead in this room. It is absolutely
Silent.
you almost get like a feeling like you're looking at a blank book in this room.
Well,
like it's like
yeah.
feel free to give me some sensation here like you're here. We'll leave you alone for here. I'm actually even gonna shut the room. So Fiona,
Yeah.
her sister that had passed, his name is Noreen, and her brother who had passed young, his name was George.
Okay.
If you wanna.
Do Noreen and George mean anything to you? I think Mary just wants some answers. I don't think she's scared of you. What brings you here? Do you know what year it is? How long have you been here for?
It's by my thigh. I got my knees bent and it's by my thigh right now.
Okay. If you're with us in here, please speak while you're here.
You want me to speak
No,
out?
you can talk all you want, but if the spirit's here, I'd like the spirit to talk.
Okay.
There's an audio device recording pretty much next to Mary's head.
Yeah, it's not as active as it normally is, but it's definitely here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's yeah. Normally it would rest, it hasn't got to reach my arm yet. Normally it rests on my arm and I can feel the weight usually.
Right.
That's just kind of in that what, yeah, it's okay, it's getting more a little bit, oh yeah, it's getting more active now. Feels like it's moving.
Spirit, if maybe this is Noreen or George, you could say so into our. It can hear you. We can hear you. Don't be afraid to come. Let me physically know you're here too.
Yeah, I can feel breathing.
Breathing.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, it's like a breathing or a pulse. I think it's more breathing more rather than a pulse.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you just trying to let Mary know that you're here? Is it a comforting thing? Is it saying, you're going to bed, I'm just letting you know I'm here?
It's not as active as it normally is. I don't think it would be scared.
Well, I mean, if Spirit's here, it might be conscious of a different personality here.
Yeah,
Might be a little timid.
it might be.
Mm-hmm. That's totally acceptable. It's totally rational. EMF meter is remaining stable, and EDI is not showing too much.
No, but it definitely is here.
Well, thank you for being here. I can assure you, there's no worry at all with us here. We're here as friends. We're here to give you a chance to talk and be heard. And if you have a message for Mary that you'd like her to hear, just to say, I'm here. It's me. With your name. And then, how comforting would that be? I think it would be very comforting to Mary to know that this is somebody she knows, and they're just here to say goodnight. Spirit, can you maybe move the blanket? See the EDI, the vibration meter going off a little bit.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, it did. So, Spirit, I have a device here that tracks movement. Good. And it keeps going off.
It's going off?
It was. If you go to where those numbers are, you'll see the number 70 there. If you go towards that, you might have a meter go off. That would be nice. But now I'm going to have to move the bed a little. I'm just going to shake the bed to see if that sets it off too. Just to see. Well, it'll make one go off, but that's shaking the bed. That's so. Okay, well, Spirit, we're gonna give this another minute, and then we're gonna relax this. We won't be here much longer, so I need you to talk to our machine so that we can hear your voice. I need you to know that nobody here means you any harm, and we didn't come here to disrespect you. There's no malice in this house. If you can give us one final sign that you're here, and we'll let you be for now. 3. You know, if it's present, it's very passive, and that's a good thing.